Marion the Barbarian here. I'm here with the tag video for you and Psych Out Ken. This is the first one posted, so now you gotta wait for the next one. Anyways, kind of enjoy that. It's gonna be fun. The next one, I'm really gonna enjoy myself. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 tag. And yes, I was tagged by Ken, Shave326, and we are going to be that guy that says really not in any particular order. And it was kind of hard to pick out my top 5. I have some of, like, I would put Southern Witchcraft's Grapefruit on there, but I don't have it right now. So I will tell you, everybody knows what I love. Son of Honeysuckle, CK6 formula. This is my #1 soap. For the most part, it is my go-to. I pull CK6 out like all the time. I still can't say it's not my #1. Everything else, I pretty much use interchangeably. I'm going to go ahead and show the next one. I'd say it was probably my #2 because this base is the base I've been going to lately, or the one right before this, because I have been enjoying the scents. Kaizen. So yeah, we're not even talking about the honeysuckle. I'm not going to do the sniff thing. Y'all hear about that all the time from me. So, like, why am I going to expose you to more and more and more of that? But this is very nice. I like the Kaizen base. It's been really nice. And I actually like the base before, the previous one. I probably go to it just a little bit more because I do enjoy the scents I have in that just a little bit more. But I've got Grecian Horse on the way and some really cool stuff. So, we'll see. You know what I mean? I may get more of those going. Okay, I was about to say, where's my 5th one? All right. Highland Springs Soap Company. I really like this, and what really made me like bump my impression of this, you know what, guys? I'm gonna have to close this door because the kids have been up and down and up and down and not staying asleep, so I'm sorry to do this to you. We're gonna close that ever so slightly. All right. Highland Springs Soap Company Reflections is very nice. I think it's after Guess Man. But I do like the base, and really what kind of bumped it up on the list for me was that first bowl lather I did that turned out really well in that salsa bowl. It kind of bumped it up the list, and I did some practices with this base because it turned out well, and it turned out well better than some of the other things I've tried to lather in the bowl. I think it's just because it's a softer base, and maybe that's why it's so good to use in a bowl. 4, Murphy and McNeil. I did get the Cognac base in recently, but I haven't tried it. We'd see if it goes above this, but I really like Murphy and McNeil. This is the Gael Laoch, I think it is, with menthol. It's not a terribly strong scent, in my opinion, but I do enjoy the performance on it. And, after Kaizen and CK6, none of these were in any particular order, but I like Zingari Man. Collaboration with Byron. This is a good one. I could have pulled out my essentials as well. I really enjoy the Zingari Man, and the other's the Sago base, and I can't remember if this is Sago based or not. But anyways, that's 5 soaps, or 5 bases I truly enjoy. Like that, those are the ones I use most often. So we're going to go to 4 aftershaves. This is really hard to choose. Like, we're going with scents here at this point, in my opinion. That's kind of what I'm going for. Sorry, I'm talking a little lower today, guys. But we're going to have some honorable mentions. Like, where's Madame Splash? First line Fallout soap. Leave it at that. Where's Madame Splash? That's all I got to say. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one, guys. I am so sorry. There we go. And the other honorable mention, like it would really be in there if I took this off the list. This is going to be my first one to put on there. The real list. London from the club. Man, the scent. Guys, sign up for the club. It's worth it. But I really enjoy this aftershave. It's a good smell. Doesn't burn. It's really nice. So since I already previewed it, my number 4, Skin Bracer by Mennen. But anyways, original aftershave. I like the smell. I like the burn. I like the cooling. Reminds me of my uncle. This is just, it's a go-to, guys. Like, look at this bottle. I mean, I have probably like 40 or so aftershaves, and highly used, heavily used, not highly used. We'll just number 1, period. So I showed you the 4-in-1 because, you know, I messed up that way. My number 2, Chatillon Luxe Weinstrasse. Make a baby with this stuff. Ain't that right, Ken? Maybe not with this. I mean, he just found out that he loved Fougere Gothique, and it's worth like 18 years of child support type, you know, have a relationship with that soap. So this is the number 2. And my number 3, Barrister and Mann's Cool Reserve. This, I don't know what it is. I think it's supposed to be like Floyd Blue or like their rendition of it. But man, I love this smell. My wife says it reminds her of her grandfather, which isn't a bad thing for her, but I really enjoy this. Like, yeah, this is above my Skin Bracer, which is a go-to as well. And I like that this has menthol in it as well. Everything else that I mentioned in my top 2 doesn't have menthol. And this was actually the splash and not the toner, but you know, I did not open this. Really, guys, I love this. Oh man, there's just, yeah, put your dick in that. That's what I'm talking about right there. Like, I'd have sex with this scent if I could. It's as grotesque as that is, I'm sorry. That's where I stand with that. It's, there's just something about it. Same with Son of Honeysuckle though. Like, there's just CDB. A monkey did not eat honeysuckle and make this fragrance. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna throw you too much under the bus, but just so y'all know, CDB loves honeysuckles, and he loves scented candles. So send him like florals, all the floral candles you can. If you have his address, floral candles. We're going with Take Care Man on this one. You know, we got to support, you know, getting him on board with candles, and he really loves those floral scents, guys. So I highly recommend it. So, in no particular order, because they are different brushes in their own rights, I have a brush out on loan that made it easier to choose my top 3 brushes, so I don't have to do an honorable mention. But we'll go with my first, like, custom purchase brush from a vendor. And I'm actually glad to show this. I can't wait to use this on camera. It will be soon enough. It is my Spiffo. If you look, it's kind of got a honeycomb when you get around. So if y'all see that. Nice. I really like it. It's called Edgewater. Is what's it's Spiffo Grooming, Zooming, and Vice. If you want to see more brushes like this, I'll try to put a link below. And Red Island Shaver. He has some Spiffo. And they're nice. It was my first high density Badger. It's High Mountain White. I'm good with numbers, but for some reason I can't ever remember a damn knot size. And like I can remember prices for things I paid like years and years and years ago, but I can't remember the fucking knot size of a brush I buy. I can even tell you how much I bought brushes for, but can't remember knot size. Anyways, this was my first like hand one, and honestly, these are very well priced. They're like $85, I think I paid for this American. And in my opinion, it's very nice. Now, this is one of those brushes that when you finally do get all the soap out, and I do the scrunch test, and I'm like, scrunch, scrunch. Nope, let's go through the process again. And I finally get it there, and I let it, you know, dangle and dry. It has that little bit of scrunch or scritch feeling, but once you get it wet, it's all fine. Only reason I mention this is CDB was talking up his vintage brush that he had gotten that just like baffles him. So he is right. These newers do kind of have that. I have an couple of older Badger brushes that don't do that. And this was probably the first like really high-end one I got like made for me. And it's the Brad Sears Shave Works. And handcrafted on Maryland Eastern Shore, made in the USA. I always have to look and read it because it's like really long on there, guys. Like that's a lot of shit to remember, isn't it? A lot of shit to remember. So anyways, that's two of the three. Can y'all guess what three is going to be? Yeah, I heard you today, Jack. I was watching y'all's Instagram live. I like my quarter moon knot. Call it what you want. Yeah. It's not too floppy. I like it. It has great face feel. When it's wet and I have soap, it splays just right. Yes, this is what I paid for, but I truly enjoy the performance of this knot. I was not a synthetic guy until I got this knot. I had, oh, what did they call those brushes? Soft tip? No, they're like those little all black synthetic like rubbery handle, and they come in like this little tube and it looks all pretty and stuff, but it's just a cheap brush with a cheap handle that eventually all that rubberized stuff comes off. Cannot remember the name of that brush, but I had that one. I didn't like it. I do like this one, and as you can see, out of the three I've got, this is my only synthetic in the top three. And if one of my brushes wasn't loaned out and it made it harder to choose, I would still have to throw this in the top three, and I would have to take one of these out of the mix, and I'm glad I didn't have to do that because it's a hard decision. So we've gone over the three brushes. We're going to get to the two razors and then the one blade. So I'm going to cheat on this just a little. I get to mix it up. I'm different because I've been trying to straight razor shave. Is anybody surprised to see this? The CV Heliostron. Like, honestly, with the straight razor shaves I've been having, I've used this one a few times now and a lot in my den a few times now. This one really is fun to use, and it's an enjoyable edge. And it's got a lot of sentimental value. It means a lot to me. It was from Maddie Lindholm. So, anyways, now that I've done that one, my number two is the Carve. How you doing, Justin? Carve. Anyways. Had a brain fart. I'm just showing this one. I do like my new handle. The last time I used it was like this. I've actually got the blade in it. I dried it off, put it back in there because I don't like keeping loose blades even out on the dresser. I'd rather it being this with kids and stuff. And I do buy the base. I like the base. It's very nice. So two. And right now my number one blade is Wizamet Iridium Super. So 10 pack. I like these longevities better. I really can't wait for Chris Maiden to compare these to Pole Silver. He's one of the guys I'd really like to see do that. People say they're the same. I've had both. I'm out of Pole Silver now, so I can't compare. But I was using a Pole Silver shortly before these came in, and I don't feel like they had the life, or that they feel exactly the same. So I can't wait to see other people's opinions on it. But anyways, that's my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, guys. And as for tags go, I'm going to tag Nomeo. And because these guys hate tags, I'm going to tag So Sharp David and Sinatra Lennon, because you know what? Might as well do it. It's fun. If you get mad, I'm sorry. I'm just having fun. So, anyways, and I honestly, everybody under the sun's done this tag. So that's kind of why I'm tagging those two guys. And I think Nomeo's been tagged and he just hasn't gotten around to it. So it's kind of like, hey, Nomeo, get around to it kind of tag. So anyways, guys, y'all have a good one.